Hello, you're listening to my very first podcast. When should we add marketing? By Seth. In the Mad Men area, we added marketing last. Marketing and advertising were the same thing, and the job was to promote what was made. In the connection era, the marketing is the product, the service, and most of all, the conversations it causes and the connections it makes. Marketing is the first thing we do, not the last. Build virality and connection and remarkability into your product or service from the start, and then the end gets a lot easier. Build it into your app, your book, your movie, your insurance policy, and the red soles of your shoes. What if the product is boring? Somebody asked. Well, you get to decide what you make. If you're entering a competitive field and you intend to grow, the best plan is to revisit your starting assumption and make something else. "2012 is the year of visual communication" by Sarah Hansen. It's a known fact that visual stimuli has a strong effect on humans, also compared to other kinds of stimuli, such as reading or listening. Now, more than ever before, technology has made it easier to take part in visual storytelling with online communities. Much indicate that 2012 is the year where visual communication in social media will get its boom for real. Facebook's timeline is focused heavily on photos and visual storytelling. Instagram keeps making it easier to take, design, and share photos. And Pinterest has experienced an explosion in popularity thanks to its ability to find, bookmark, and share images. The integration between the three platforms makes it even more clear that visual content is here to stay. People do not expect that you tell a story, they also want to see it. The benefits of using visual communication are many. Here are the three key reasons why brands should put more effort into producing and distributing visual content as a part of their social media marketing tactics. Convey your message quickly. Things move fast in social media. People's Facebook news feeds are crowded with friend status updates, events, comments, and page posts. Not only do people react more to visual content, posts with visual content have a greater potential of being ranked higher in news feeds among the top stories. Facebook's ranking system EdgeRank evaluates posts that include images higher as it gains more likes and comments. A picture says more than 1,000 words. Catch your audience attention and save them from reading a lot of words by using images to convey your message quickly. Strengthen your brand identity. Adding visual content increases the impact of your message and strengthens your brand identity. Use images to convey your tone of voice. People like to feel close to the brand, and many brands have seen the advantage of sharing behind the scenes images and pictures of everyday life situations that the consumer can relate to and where the brand is introduced an informal setting. Create involvement easier. Techniques have made it easy to take and share photos from anywhere at any time. The world is being well documented all over, and people share images like never before. This opens up for possibilities such as collaborative storytelling, which means that you involve people in order to let them show how they perceive your brand and their connection to your community. The Fiestagram campaign is a great example of how a brand can involve people through visual content. Sharing user-generated content such as photos that fans have posted on your wall shows brand authenticity and appreciation of your fans. People tend to not trust retouched photos. They want to see the true picture. Using fan-taken images also works as a peer-to-peer recommendation. In order to create spread of your visual content, leave room for interactive elements. Share images that people can reshare with their friends. The more people share your content on Facebook, the better edge rank will you achieve. Inspirational thoughts. Your assumptions open doors by Nia. He's probably too busy. She must think she is better than me. They would never hire me for that job. If you read the title above, you know what these statements have in common. There are all assumptions, which is the topic of this week's inspirational thoughts. Why your assumptions matter. Assumptions are the mind's way of putting together a puzzle with pieces that include facts and opinions, hopes and fears, wishes and judgments. Sometimes the pieces fit perfectly, but quite often they keep the puzzle from ever becoming what it could be. As you move through the ups and downs of this week, pause frequently to look at the assumptions you're making. Are your assumptions shutting you out or opportunities, or opening you up to receive opportunities that you didn't know existed? Are your assumptions helping you reach your potential or keeping your life full of missing pieces like an unfinished puzzle? By their very nature, assumptions are not reality, but they do affect the reality that we create for ourselves. Don't you want to create the best? Don't you want to break the mold, to go the step beyond possible, to attract abundance in all aspects of your life, to experience powerfully positive manifestations that leave mouths agape? I know you do, so quiet your ego and make assumptions that pave path to your dreams. Why we make assumptions? In a world with so many unknowns and so much uncertainty, assumptions offer some sense of security. They tell a story that gives meaning to what we don't fully understand. Assumptions fill in the gaps between what we know and what we can't stand not knowing. What a powerful tool they can be, but only when we make assumptions from a place of personal power, respect, and love for all. Making assumptions can become something that you do deliberately, rather than out of a panicked need to fill in the blanks. Instead of assuming that worst to falsely secure yourself from disappointment, assume the best and know that you can handle whatever comes. Assume that everything will work out in unique, surprising, positive ways. Assume that you are surrounded by love and that things are falling perfectly into place. Assume that you'll get a sign when you're off track and that even your mistakes are aligned with the higher purpose for your life. Make assumptions that change your life. This is your life and you want to best, so assume the best. Make assumptions that thrill you and move you closer to your dreams. Assume that you can do anything, go anywhere, achieve any dream, and love without limits. Assume that the people who snub or disregard you don't dislike you. They just really need a hug, a smile, or a friend. Assume that you can indeed hang on another day, forgive those who've hurt you, find your happy place, and overcome every obstacle that blocks your way. Your assumptions can be like your best friends, saving the day and comforting you in times when you don't know what else to hold on to. In fact, since we are in this together, I'll share my assumptions for the moment. I assume you've enjoyed today's inspirational thoughts. I assume that by simply being more aware of making assumptions, you'll make a positive shift that allows more joy to flow into your life. I assume you know that I'm sending a beam of loving light to the heart of every single person who read this, and I assume you'll send one right back to me. Wishing you many powerful moments and even more wonderful assumptions.